Okay, welcome back Zona Bros, or welcome if you're new. Today we have an episode with pretty much just lighting related stuff. So these are the parts I need to install the Raptor lights for the Grille. It looks like these are the actual lights themselves, but they fit the TRD Pro Grille, and since this is a TRD Off-Road, I had to get special brackets. That's what this is. And in order to hook it up into the fuse box, I needed an add-a-fuse. I didn't need this many, you just need one, but it was cheaper to buy. I think this is 15 of them. Yeah, it was cheaper. Oh, it's 10. So yeah, I'll have all this stuff linked in the description below. Some other lighting stuff we did were changed the inside map lights to white LEDs, and I'll show you guys that right now. Okay, so as you can see, these are changed out to white, but the map light for the back is a different kind of bulb, so I wasn't able to change that. I also wasn't able to change the vanity lights, so those will be coming soon. But now let's move on to the Raptor lights. Alright, so let's start by opening the Raptor lights. Seems a little inefficient. They could have just put the packaging or the shipping label on here. So here they are. There's 4 of them, and I got the amber ones because that's what the Raptor has and that's what I like. I think it looks cool, so that's what I got. And I think this is the rest of the wiring, and this is what plugs into the fuse box. So now let's open the brackets. So these are pretty much just inserts that are supposed to fit in right behind the Grille, and then these should just snap in like that. So now it fits pretty snug. So yeah, let's go see what it looks like on the truck. Alright, so as you can see, we just put that one in to make sure it goes in and just to see how to do it. But I'll put the other one on right now. This lip is the top part, and you feed the wire through like that, and then you pull it back and just snap it in like that. And then what you have to do is go behind the Grille, try not to drop it, and then I kind of just push the bottom part in first, and then I push it back while aligning that top lip to the top of the Grille, and it's pretty stable. Just be careful not to scratch your Grille like we did right there. It's not too bad, but it's not something you want. So we showed you how to put that one on. We'll put the other ones on really quick and then show you guys how to wire them. So we have all 4 of them on now. I really like the way they look. So while we were installing, one thing we noticed was when you're installing yours, make sure that curve matches with the angle of the Grille. So the ones with the curves go in the middle 2 spots, and then the ones without the curve go on the outer 2 spots. Now let's get to wiring these puppies up. One of the first things you need to do is remove the lid on your fuse box, and that's right behind the battery on the Tacoma, on the 2020 Tacoma. I don't think they would have changed it. So anything from 2016 to now should be the same. So there's 3 clips, one on the passenger side, one in the front, and one in the back. So you push them all down and pull up a little, and then it should come off like that. And this is the lid, and here's all your fuses. Okay, so this is the add-a-fuse. That's what you'll be plugging into your fuse box. You should probably strip that back a little bit and then stick it in here, and you'll feel it go in pretty deep. And then you just take pliers or something and just press it down. So for the wiring, the first thing you're gonna wanna do is strip back the insulation slightly. You're gonna wanna do that for both, but we'll start with the red wire first. All right, so we put the wire in, we clamped it down, and then just give it a gentle tug and make sure it's not gonna come out. And then just to be safe, we ended up electrical taping it. So hopefully this never comes off, but you never know. We'll let you guys know if it does come off though. So now you replace whichever fuse you use with this, and then you put that fuse in one of these empty slots. All right, so as usual, we've run into a little problem. It turns out that the Tacoma and every other Toyota we checked has a micro fuse, but the outer fuse requires a mini fuse. And let me show you the difference between the two. So that's what the Toyota has, and that's what we need. So this won't fit into the outer fuse. So we ordered new fuses. They should be coming in a couple of days. So we'll update you guys again. Hopefully we'll have it wired on that day and we don't run into any more issues. But yeah, I'll see you guys then. All right, we're back. It's actually a different day. We ended up not having the right fuses, but we ordered those and they just came in today. I'll link these fuses down below because you won't be able to use the fuses that came in the car because they're a different kind. I think those are micro fuses, but what you need are the mini fuses. But don't worry about that. We'll have the right ones linked in the description below. So you have two options. You can either buy the correct fuses, or you can buy an outer fuse that's compatible with the micro sized fuses. Hopefully we'll be able to turn them on today. The fuse I'm going to be replacing this outer fuse with is going to be the DRL fuse. The reason I'm using the DRL fuse is because I want the lights, the orange lights on at all the time. Let's run through this one more time. You connect the outer fuse to the red wire that came with the Raptor lights, and then you just strip a little bit of this black wire, but you don't need to connect that to anything right now. And then I'm gonna be using the DRL fuse, which is right there. Just make sure to check with the diagram on your fuse box lid, because it might be different if you have a different year Tacoma. You just plug the outer fuse in. So let's do that. That plugged in pretty easy. And then now you need to take the little black wire and remove the insulation. And then now what you need to do is you can unscrew one of the bolts that are here. Unscrew one of these. I'll probably be using that one because that's the ground to the battery. And you just slide this metal behind it and you tighten the screw again. So let's do that. Okay, so we finished up wiring the ground. So behind this piece of tape, there's a little screw that we attach the ground wire to. Now all that's left to do is plugging in the lights to the actual wire, and then we'll test it out really quick. Well, shit. The light's turned on even though the DRL isn't turned on. So we might have to do the headlight. We'll see. I just want to plug them all in just to see what it looks like. I've waited way too long for this. Not too bad. Looks nice. Yeah, let's just try switching it out to the headlight fuse and see what happens. Okay, so as you saw, if you use the DRL fuse, the lights will stay on even if the car's not on, which is a problem because you don't want your battery dying. So we're gonna try switching it out to the INJ fuse, which is for the direct injection. So that should only turn on as whenever the engine turns on. So if you do want to use the DRL, you have to actually splice the DRL power wire and then connect this to that. But I don't want to be splicing any wires. I'd rather just plug in a fuse. So that's why I'm going to try using a different fuse, and I'll let you guys know how it goes. So the fuse we ended up using was the INJ fuse. I think it stands for injection, but I'm not really sure. But it ended up doing the trick. It turns on when the car turns on, and the lights turn off when the engine shuts off, and that's exactly what I wanted. The INJ fuse is 10 amps, and so is the fuse we use for the lights. So there's no way you can confuse it and end up blowing a fuse or anything, which is always nice. Now all that we have left to do is to route the wires properly, because I don't want the wires coming out from up there, and to try to clean it up over here so that we don't end up pinching too much of the wire. But once that's done, we'll go out for a little drive and get some nice shots for you guys, because the sun is setting right now. So we'll finish cleaning this up and then get back to you guys. So that took way longer than expected. I was telling you guys about the sunset, which was 7:30, and now it's 8:51, so almost 9. We were having trouble routing the antifuse in through the fuse box without pinching the wire too much. So yeah, you guys are pretty much just gonna have to find the best way, whatever works best for you. It's really easy to just drill a hole if you're okay doing that. I just didn't want to drill any holes. It's still pretty clean. It's not getting pinched down too much. This clip is not going down though, but it's the lid is secure, and that's all that matters. So yeah, now what you need to do is tape everything down properly so that your wires aren't dangling. So right now the antifuse is in here, but the lights are not actually plugged in. We did make sure it works before we put the lid on, so we know it works. All we need to do is wire everything up properly, and yeah, we'll show you guys the final product. We finally have all these plugged in. We have the antifuse plugged into the fuse box, and we taped up all the dangling wires. So let me just show you guys that right now. There's a part of the bumper that's sticking backwards, so we just laid all the wires on that and taped along that little lip. Moment of truth. Let's see if they turn on. So if you're still watching, you've made it to the end of another video. The Raptor lights are installed and it's still working great. So we didn't actually film this outro the same day that we installed the lights. We have gone on a trip since then, so these are holding up just fine. We did wash the car, and they held up to the pressure washer and the leaf blower, so I guess we didn't screw up too bad. I know this video wasn't as informative as it could have been, or as descriptive, so if you guys have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment below, or you can DM us on Instagram. We'll probably get back to you sooner that way. If you liked the video, please hit like. If you think one of your friends will find this video informative, go ahead and share it with them. That's gonna do it for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.